Published in 2012, Shadow of Night is a captivating historical fantasy romance penned by Deborah Harkness, constituting the second installment in the All Souls Trilogy. This enthralling narrative follows the events of A Discovery of Witches, 2011, and precedes The Book of Life, 2014. A prequel titled Time's Convert, 2019, delves into the backstory of Matthew's son Marcus, a peripheral character in Shadow of Night. Harkness, holding a PhD from the University of California, Davis, imparts her expertise in early modern European history and the history of science to the tale, imbuing protagonist Diana Bishop's similar profession with an aura of meticulousness and authenticity. Despite its integration of magical and supernatural elements, the novel remains grounded in historical detail. Shadow of Night transports readers to early modern Europe, where protagonists Matthew and Diana encounter historical luminaries and grapple with the societal norms of the era. Their journey navigates the complexities of gender roles across different historical contexts and delves into profound questions surrounding time, science, and superstition. Arriving in late 1590s England in search of the unaltered version of Ashmole 782, a manuscript chronicling the history of all magical creatures, Diana and Matthew become entangled with the School of Night, a prestigious assembly of authors and scientists comprising demons and humans. Amidst encounters with notable historical figures like Christopher Kit Marlowe and Sir Walter Raleigh, Diana contends with her struggles to conform to 16th-century societal expectations. As their quest progresses, Diana uncovers Matthew's clandestine activities, including espionage for Queen Elizabeth and involvement in the congregation. Meanwhile, her own magical abilities undergo transformation, manifesting in peculiar ways such as inadvertent fruit withering and glimpses of time unraveling. The looming threat of witch hunts further complicates matters, prompting the couple to flee to France. In parallel, a contemporary archivist stumbles upon an anonymous manuscript linked to Diana's past, bridging the narrative across centuries. Intriguingly, Matthew encounters his vampire stepfather Philippe in the past, despite Philippe's absence in the 21st century, adding layers of mystery and complexity to the storyline. Initially disapproving of Matthew and Diana's union, Philippe questions Diana's understanding of Matthew. At Philippe's insistence, Diana delves into Matthew's tragic past, learning of his human wife and child's demise in the 6th century, followed by his attempted suicide and transformation into a vampire by Philippe's wife, Isabeau. Diana also grapples with the revelation that Matthew killed Philippe, fulfilling Philippe's request, during the 1940s, burdening her with immense guilt. Despite this, Philippe senses Matthew's remorse and extends forgiveness. After subjecting Diana to rigorous tests, Philippe formally adopts her as his blood-sworn daughter and orchestrates an official wedding ceremony for her and Matthew. Meanwhile, Queen Elizabeth summons Matthew to England, prompting their journey back. In the 21st century, Isabeau uncovers a concealed message from Philippe in her library recounting his encounter with Matthew and Diana in 1590, expressing his belief that they will conceive a child. Upon their return to England, they settle in London, due to escalating witch trials in the north, where Diana discovers she is pregnant. While in London, Diana assists Mary Sidney with alchemical experiments, drawing the attention of the city's supernatural inhabitants, particularly a powerful vampire named Hubbard, who reluctantly agrees to facilitate a witch tutor for Diana. They meet Annie, a teenage witch, and her aunt Susanna Norman, who reveals Diana's lineage connection to Diana's friend Sophie Norman. Under the guidance of Susanna and others, Diana explores her magical abilities, including weaving spells and control over life and death. However, amidst these developments, Diana suffers a miscarriage, leading her and Matthew to care for Annie and an orphan named Jack. As Diana continues her alchemical pursuits with Mary, they create an artifact named an Arbor Dianae using the blood of Matthew and Diana. Supported by her communities of women, Diana hones her skills in both magic and alchemy. Their quest for Ashmole 782 takes a significant turn when they learn it resides in the court of Emperor Rudolph II, in the possession of the alchemist Edward Kelly, who stole it from John Dee. Backed by Queen Elizabeth, Matthew and Diana journey to Rudolph's court, where Diana's powers reveal the manuscript's profound connection to all creatures through double helix threads. Crafted from the skin, blood, and bones of various creatures, the Ashmole manuscript becomes the focal point of intrigue for Matthew, Diana, and Gallowglass as they endeavor to pilfer it from Rudolph's court. However, their efforts are thwarted when Kelly, the alchemist guarding the book, tears out 3 crucial pages before they can secure it. In the contemporary era, Marcus stumbles upon two 16th-century portraits depicting Matthew and Diana, hinting at their historical significance. Meanwhile, Peter Knox, in pursuit of Diana, unearths a letter penned by Rabbi Lowe, chronicling Diana and Matthew's involvement in the manuscript's theft during their visit to Prague. Back in London, Diana falls prey to Kit's machinations, orchestrated with the aid of Matthew's sister, Louisa, who is consumed by a frenzied bloodlust. Matthew intervenes to rescue Diana, subjecting Kit and Louisa to retribution before Diana persuades him to show mercy, restraining his own inner turmoil. Amidst these tumultuous events, Diana discovers she is pregnant with twins, prompting the realization that their return to their own time is imminent. Encountering her father, Stephen, who shares her ability to traverse time, Diana grapples with unfulfilled emotional connections. Despite their brief reunion, Stephen leaves behind a poignant message affirming his love for her and acknowledging his own mortality. As preparations are made for their departure, Diana ensures that credit is attributed to Thomas for his invention of the telescope, engraving his name and the invention's date on the device. Upon their return to the 21st century, revelations surface regarding the discovery of Thomas Harriot's spyglass, reshaping historical narratives surrounding its invention. During Matthew and Diana's absence, Marcus convenes a gathering at September Tours, initiating resistance against the oppressive congregation. Reuniting with loved ones at Bishop House, including Isabeau, Sophie, and Sarah, Diana remains unaware of the changes that have occurred in her absence. In the 16th century, Kit meets his demise, while Hubbard orchestrates Annie's induction into the service of William Shakespeare. Inspired by Kit's writings, Shakespeare immortalizes his legacy in famous verses about the school of night and love's labors lost. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.